Now that you've completed installing the rheostat, power switch, and motor switches into the lid of your controller, this next segment will cover the construction of the Aquabotz 3 motors. To fully construct the 3 motors, you will need 3 bilge pump cartridges, 3 plastic U-clamps, 6 1.5-inch long machine screws with 12 washers and 6 nuts, 3 prop adapter sets, 3 muffin fans to act as your propellers, 3 lengths of rubber splicing tape, each between a length of 30 and 32 inches, and 3 6-inch lengths of small PVC with holes drilled in them to match the length of the 2 holes on your 3 plastic U-clamps. In addition to these components, you will also need the following tools to complete this segment of the video manual: a pair of pliers, a large Phillips head screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, a size 4mm Allen key, and the small Allen key provided in every prop adapter set. This small Allen key is important to keep track of, since the prop adapters use an irregular sized built-in screw on the side of the prop adapter's housing, which no other standard key will fit. Now, as you can see, I've already completed the construction of the first 2 motors. To start the construction of your first motor, take a hold of one of your bilge pump cartridges and a small flathead screwdriver. Notice this small plastic cap atop the cartridge's metal peg. This is called an impeller. For the purposes of constructing the motors, however, the impellers are not used. So, taking your flathead screwdriver, force its wedge between the cartridge's housing and the impeller, and simply slide the impeller off of its metal peg and promptly dispose of it. Next, take a hold of your prop adapter assembly, remove the large Allen bolt and its washer, and place them to the side with the rest of your prop. Then, taking one of your muffin fans, place the washer you just removed above the fan's hole, and screw in the Allen bolt by hand until you can no longer do so. Once you can no longer screw the bolt in by hand, use your size 4 Allen key to screw the bolt all the way down against the face of the washer, securing it to the muffin fan. A little bit of the bolt should now be exposed below the end of the muffin fan. Taking your prop adapter, screw the fan, mounted on your large Allen bolt, back onto the prop adapter. Then, using your pliers to hold the prop adapter steady, use your size 4 Allen key to slowly tighten the fan to the prop adapter. Be sure to keep a tight grip on your pliers to keep them from grinding against the soft metal of the prop adapter. Once your muffin fan is secured to the prop adapter, take a moment to examine the metal peg on your bilge pump cartridge. You should notice that a part of the peg is formed by a flat facing. It is against this facing that the prop adapter's mounting screw will be secured against. So, taking your prop adapter assembly in hand, position it so that the mounting screw is aligned with the flat face of the peg. Then, slide the prop assembly over the metal peg and be sure to leave a small gap between the bottom of the adapter and the top of the cartridge's housing. Finally, take your small Allen key and tighten the mounting screw so that the prop assembly is secured to the metal peg. Test to make sure the prop will not come off by giving it a good pull. Now that your prop assembly has been attached to your bilge pump cartridge, take a single 30 to 32 inch length of Temflex tape and wrap it around the housing of your bilge pump cartridge as shown here. The length of Temflex tape should be able to make 5.5 rotations around the center of the housing. Then, holding the end of the tape in place, fit one of your plastic U-clamps over the top of the wrapping. Be sure that the flat ends of your U-clamp are parallel to the rear flat at the back of your bilge pump cartridge. Next, keeping the U-clamp in place against the Temflex tape, take one of your 3 6-inch lengths of PVC and align its 2 screw holes with those on the U-clamp. Once they are aligned, take a machine screw with 1 washer on it and slide it through the underside of one of the 6-inch PVC screw holes until the end of the screw is exposed alongside of the U-clamp. Then, holding the structure against your work surface with one hand, place the second washer and then a nut on the exposed end of the machine screw. Once you have screwed the nut down as far as you can with your hands, be sure that your Temflex tape is still secured neatly beneath your U-clamp. Now, take a second machine screw with 1 washer and run it through the second screw hole on the underside of the 6-inch PVC. Then, use another washer and nut to secure the second screw to the PVC and U-clamp. Then, one screw at a time, hold the nut in place with a pair of pliers and use your large Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the screw. Repeat this last step for the second screw as well. Checking to be sure that the Temflex tape is still neatly in place beneath the U-clamp, this should complete the first of your 3 motors. Repeat these steps for the other 2 motors before continuing on to the next chapter.